Hey, how's it going? Mike here, The Fresh Rinse. Got a cool video for you today, but before we get started, let me show you Squirt's brand new car. She just went and picked it up last night. Check this out. It's a 2015 Honda Civic Si, and it's absolutely amazing. This is her dream car, and she deserves it. She's graduated high school, she's doing well, and she's making all the payments and insurance and gas and all that goes with that. It's a 6-speed, and yes, she can drive a 6-speed like nobody's business. It's locked, you can't really see, but it's all blacked out with red accents. She's in love. The only problem is she doesn't drive terribly fast, but she wants to get there quickly, like to top speed. So she's spinning the tires all the time, but she's a car girl. I came home one time, I don't know, let's see, she's 19, so when she was 16, I came home and the Ford Taurus, which was hers, the whole front end was off, the radiator was out, she was working on it. I just walked past her and didn't even say a word. Came out a few hours later and it's all put together again. She's a car nut, so she changes all the brakes in the family, she does the oil changes, and she's super excited. She is not working with me today because we had a huge property wash that, due to rain, the customer felt like we needed to hold off. So we're going to do that next week if we can fit it in. We have no less than 5 opportunities every day for the next unforeseeable future. Well, I guess I could foresee it. I just have to look at my schedule. But nonetheless, we're jammed up. But today I just have one wash because of that reschedule, and it's a partial wash. And so I want to talk to you today about, are partial washes worth the time, the effort, and the money? Let's talk about that. Don't go anywhere. All right, hey, welcome back. Hey, real quickly, if you enjoy pressure washing related videos, be sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button, hit the bell tab, and leave a comment. In fact, the comment that I would love for you to leave today is explaining how you do partial washes. Not how much do you charge, but how do you go about pricing them if you even do partial washes. I do, in fact, do partial washes. I hate to drive 32 minutes as I did today and then sit in the truck waiting for it to stop raining. It's pouring down rain. But I'm going to do this partial wash here in just a few moments. Now, I did mention earlier in the video that I had already had a very large full wash, roof, house, concrete, deck, the whole 9 yards, and that had to be rescheduled. Normally, I wouldn't drive this far for one partial wash, but here we are, and I'm going to make sure that it gets done because this is a painter that hires me a lot to wash homes. If I don't wash, he doesn't get to paint. So I need to follow through with my commitment with this painter. In fact, 2 years ago, I washed 51 houses for him. A few of those were partial, but mostly full washes. Again, it's not ideal, but it is a customer. It allows me to put someone on the portfolio. It allows me to possibly get future business, and it's a paycheck. Some of the partial washes that I do are at minimum. Most are above minimum, and this one is well above minimum. I would encourage everyone to have a minimum price. Do your very best to not drop below the minimum. If you do, then that's not your minimum. But when we have a minimum, it allows us to at least feel as if we're heading out and we're going to profit on every single wash. Here's a little scenario that I want to give you that might encourage you to do more partial washes. And then I want to give you a very good situation that came upon me just the other day, and I know that will be encouraging to you to do more partial washes. So consider your minimum price. What is it? $200, $250, $300, $350? What is your minimum price? Now, consider that minimum price was hanging from a tree 32 minutes from you, and all you had to do was go get it. So let's just consider that your minimum is $250, and you got word that there's a $250 bill hanging from a tree 30 minutes from you, and all you had to do was to walk around the house 3 or 4 times and get that $250. Would you do that? I think sometimes we maybe even get a little prideful because we don't want to travel somewhere for what we would consider to be a minimal rate. And that would be a minimal rate. And you do have to consider some things. If your schedule is jammed up, maybe it's not worth your time to do that. But if you need the money, then I would encourage you to go do that partial wash for that minimum price. When someone calls up and they say, Mike, can you come wash one side of my house? I'll say, sure, I can do that, but I need two things. One, I need to be able to do it when I'm in your area. I'll try to do it within the next 2 weeks, but I just need to be close. And the second thing is, I need to do it unannounced. I'll leave you a bill, I'll send you an invoice via text, but I just need to show up and do that. I can't really schedule a partial wash at a great distance because I'm just not going to make a lot of money. But I do lots of partial washes when I'm going to be close and I can do it unannounced. I potentially get a 5-star Google review. I get to add them to my portfolio. They're always going to call me back when they need more washing, whether it's a partial or a full wash. There's no negative to me doing a partial wash if they'll allow me, again, to show up when I can and to do it unannounced. The other day, I got a request to do a partial wash while I was in someone's neighborhood. I said, sure, I'll go ahead and do that, but it will be this price. And it was elevated, but they needed it to be done because the HOA was on their tail. Sorry about that. Customer approached me and I had to jump off. So I'm back home transferring chemical. I have 7 washes on Monday. I'm leaving today for a small out-of-town trip and I don't want to have to get home and transfer chemical. Let me finish my story already. So they wanted me to wash one side of a house. I said yes. Afterwards, the customer comes out and he said, hey, do you do commercial work? I said, I do. He said, would you be interested in doing a storefront? He showed me the picture. It's not a storefront. It's like 3 stories, a block long, and around the corner in almost downtown Cincinnati. I said, yeah, I can do that. I landed that job for, I think, in 2 weeks after 5 p.m. Anyways, all of that because I said yes to a partial wash. So I would encourage you to never minimize the benefit of a partial wash. Even if you have to drive a good distance, if you can schedule it correctly, you just never know what may come of that. All right, I hope you enjoyed the video. Once again, leave a comment letting me know what's your process of pricing and scheduling partial washes. My name is Mike. They call me the Fresh Rinse, and I'm out.